Woman is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today in support of my legislation, H.R. 3486, the Stop Illegal Entry Act. Let me first start by saying I think it's rich that we stand here on the House floor and are lectured by the other side of the aisle about immigration issues when they had the last 4 years to actually address this problem. They want to deflect, as my colleague from Kansas mentioned. Let's talk about all of the other things that have been happening in the country instead of the actual issue at hand. Under the Biden administration, over 10 million illegal immigrants entered this country. This includes countless numbers of murderers, rapists, child traffickers, smugglers, and individuals from countries that support terrorism. Customs and Border Patrol caught 400 individuals on the terror watch list, leaving us the question of who else was allowed to enter this country undetected. That is why the Stop Illegal Entry Act is so important. The legislation seeks to discourage migrants from coming to the U.S. illegally and keeps criminal aliens who disregard federal immigration law out of our American communities. It is vital that law enforcement officers and Border Patrol officers have the tools they need to hold dangerous criminals accountable and safeguard our communities, and this legislation does just that. President Trump has delivered on his promise to secure the border, and this legislation provides the tools needed to uphold our laws and remove dangerous criminals. On that note, I was also encouraged to see a statement of administrative support from the Office of Management and Budget, stating that if the legislation were presented to the president, his advisors would recommend that he sign it into law. Finally, I am not an attorney, but I know I want to thank my friend, Congressman Knott, for his support in helping get this legislation through the Judiciary Committee. As a former prosecutor, I know he understands the importance of strong policies that safeguard our communities and empower law enforcement. With that, Madam Speaker, I ask for unanimous consent to submit the Statement of Administrative Policy into the record.
Without objection.
With that, Madam Speaker, I urge the passage of this important legislation to hold those accountable that are here illegally, and with that, I yield the balance of my time.
Madam Speaker, I reserve the balance.